Hi, I'm Ann Krisnick, Executive Director of the JRLC, and I want to start by wishing our Muslim brothers and sisters Eid Mubarak, or Blessed Eid. They're celebrating the end of the holy month of Ramadan. We'd normally be looking forward to celebrating the end of the 2021 legislative session, and we're going to be done with our regular special session, but we know we'll be back in June for at least one special session. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is the legislators knew that we were going to have this special session coming up. Governor Walz has extended the peacetime emergency. He knows that we knew that we'd have to be coming back, so legislators knew they had a little bit of a safety net in terms of timing, and we still have a lot of disputes that they're working through. Another is that Minnesota just received $2.8 billion from the American Rescue Plan, and we've been getting guidance on how to use that, but leaders are still trying to make sure that they know what the permitted uses are, if some restrictions are there, what happens with that. So we'll be back. You'll continue to be hearing from us. What'll happen between now and Monday? The conference committees are continuing to meet to talk about policy sections that don't have a cost, or to talk about various other issues and to adopt various provisions. But leadership in the House and Senate and the governor are going to have to reach agreement around some key issues in order to move forward beyond that. So the biggest one is money. We need to figure out what kind of money we're taking in order to figure out how much money can be in the budget bills for each of those state departments. And so we have the Democrats saying we really need to look at a tax increase on those Minnesotans making over $1 million. The Republicans say we have a budget surplus, we have federal money coming in. This is not the time to raise taxes. In fact, they probably say there is not a need to raise taxes. And so that's a major dispute. We're going to have to figure that out because that's a big difference in what our budget money looks like. As I said, we have money from ARP coming in. How do we do that? There's a major disagreement around police accountability with the governor and leadership in the House saying we need to have some changes, some provisions on police accountability in order to have a deal come together. And in fact, Speaker Hortman referred to that as a linchpin of having a deal come together. Republicans are still really concerned about the governor's emergency powers. As federal money comes in, they want to have a say in that. As they're making decisions about how we reopen the state and other things, they want a voice in that. And so we're continuing to look at those issues. So those all have to get resolved. As we move through that, then eventually money will be determined what goes out to each of the various departments, and the conference committees can continue their work. So what's going to happen between now and Monday? As I said, those groups will be continuing to work. We have an action alert. It'll hopefully be our last of the regular session for 2021, and it's around the Child Care Assistance Program. So even before the $2.8 billion came in, Minnesota received just over $500 million for child care under a child care block development grant, and there are a number of things that can be used for. But we really want that money to be used to raise the provider rates. The House position is at the 50th percentile, possibly more if there's money available as the department would determine. But if we were raised from the 25th to the 50th percentile, that means that when parents parents participating in the program are looking for a provider, half of the providers in their area would be accepting or would fall within the rates that are allowed by CCAP. In addition to that, we're looking at some reprioritization of how people are found to be eligible in the program that would increase the number of families. So Minnesota is currently at the bare federal compliance level. We're at the 25th percentile. The federal government recommends that we be at the 75th percentile in any given area, and Minnesota used to be there. So we really need to take this important step. So in doing that, as part of that, we want you to contact the governor. We want you to contact Melissa Hortman, Speaker of the House, and we want you to contact Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka and really talk about the importance of these funds, why child care is so important. Our kids need a good start. Every child deserves a great start. Parents who want to move into economic stability need to find child care that they can afford so they can get in the workforce and really make these changes for their family. And finally, as we're reopening our economy, We need to have access to childcare so that employers can find workers. We need that for our local economy and for our state economy. Now, once we're past this action alert, you'll continue to be hearing more from us about things as the working groups, conference committees are disbanded after Monday, but the work remains, and so we'll continue to see people working on that, so you'll hear more from us on those. But I hope after you do our action alert, you find some time to get outside in the beautiful Minnesota nature. I'm not really in a Minnesota State Park right now, but I hope you find time to go out and spend some time walking and enjoying the wonderful bounty of God's creation. So until next time, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.